That's crazy what we have nowadays to get out. I love to explore back deep in the woods, and there's some really remote locations I like to go to. And I'm talking down here in the States where we have Pennsylvania is a spot that I've gone out on public land, pretty vast wilderness area since 1993. UP of Michigan. There's a lot of locations where you can get into and really get away from other people. And I've gone through seasons where I have yet to see another hunter, Southeast Ohio even. And what's been really interesting about that is I still love to walk in. And you find if you can drive a machine there, now it's one thing when you can soup up a Polaris Ranger or something, you have some good set of tracks on there and you can go back in a long ways. Some people can do that, some people can't. I enjoy doing that. But once you get to that location, you'll still look at it like, boy, other people can do the same thing that I've done to get to this location. So then I really love to walk in. And so what's changed throughout the years is, you know, before I can remember I had do you remember an old Chevette back in the day, a little 4-door? I had a little small vehicle in the 80s. And I had to be able to drive that in the woods to where I could drive it to and then walk from there. Didn't get me very far, but I still walked in a long ways from there. And that's what is so different today is now we use better machines. We can get back in a ways, and it's really meant and opened up a world of exploring and meant a lot because then I can actually look at different types of habitat that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to do. Now, at the same time in the off season, you know, it's really different in season. The reason I walk into a lot of locations is I'll drive to a certain spot and then I want to put some distance because you do find that with the machines, I can't drive to my tree stand. You know, we're out here in Minnesota right now. We have a good chunk of property, and if I drive my machine right to the stand, I'm going to spook a lot of deer. That's just the way it is. Some people don't want to hear that. We use electric bikes. We get into the stands. Sometimes we can slip in quietly with the electric bikes, but even then, I still park them away from the stands. I don't want the deer to see them or hear them or smell them. Machine's a little bit different. So we love getting our deer out. It helps us get into locations where we can actually get deer out. But for the most part, during the season, I'm driving to a location and then I'm walking. Sometimes I'm still walking in a mile. There's lots of times I'll walk in 45 minutes, a half hour, over an hour. When we go out to Pennsylvania this year, we'll drive some pretty nasty back roads. We'll get into a location and then we'll walk about an hour and 15 minutes in and up to hunt our favorite locations. Can't wait to do so. Big difference here in the hunting season when I want to park and walk because I want to put some distance between the machine and I and feel like I'm actually in the woods and I'm getting away from people. I want to get in an area where the deer feel like they're away from people. That's the best deer hunting spots. Big difference in the off season when we can just explore. And that's the beauty of a lot of these locations you get into nowadays, whether it's the mountainous country in Pennsylvania, deep woods up in the UP of Michigan, some rolling hills of Ohio. I can explore those areas during the off season. I could really care less about spooking any kind of deer there because they're not going to be, or they're not going to remember that spook when it gets later into the hunting season. And so I love to explore these remote locations in the off season. I do that a lot with clients on their properties. We have machines, we have tracks. We can get back all over the property, especially spring, early spring, late winter, when there's a lot of snow, a lot of slush on the ground. And we can actually explore some of these real intimate locations without the fear of spooking deer because it's not deer hunting season. And boy, what a difference. I've been going to client properties since '05. I've been visiting client properties, 1,500, 26 states since that time. And I'll actually set up hunting properties, tell them how to do this, what to do with their timber, their habitat, their food plots, stand locations, how to access it, water holes, where to do all this without spooking deer. And it's really changed since '05 because now with the machines and tracks, we have clients we'll get there or we'll bring our own and we can go all over the woods and really take a lot in without having to slip the snowshoes on and walk for 7 hours. And we actually get to go back and look at places. So some pretty big differences, not only in my hunting, but also my career and certainly in the off season with the family and friends, enjoying and exploring some of the wilderness habitats that we can get into with some of these incredible machines that we have today that we didn't even have 15, 20 years ago.